Hey, Karen here. I'm ready to show you the next step on our center block. I hope that you had good luck with your making all your little kites and points in your star. Now, on the horizontal and vertical points, your book has you do a design, this design right here, on the horizontal and vertical points, not the ones with the kites. So I'm going to show you how to do that, hopefully. So we're going to start on one of these diamonds. We're going to start 1/4 of an inch in on this diamond right here, and we're going to go up and down. Okay, so let's get it lined up. I hope that you've already checked your tension and made sure your machine was clean. Okay, because we always want to do that before we start so everything doesn't chew up. All right. Now I'm going to lay the ruler right on that line so that because when you go do that, that's 1/4 inch away from the needle. I need to back up just a stitch so I can set my ruler right on the stitching. Okay, so the ruler is laying on the stitching that we did before. We're going to come up. So if your line here is dissipating, remark this center line because we're going to come up right here to the line. Okay, it's on the line, and notice also my foot is on the stitching on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to lay the ruler on the stitching going down here, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge, all the way to the stitched diamond. Now go down that diamond about 1/4 of an inch. Pretty hard to eyeball, but I'm looking at my foot is about at this level, but then I have to test it with the ruler. Let me turn this. So then you have to put the ruler on the line. It's going to go perfect. And then I'm going to stitch up to, I'm going to stitch up to the center line. Okay, ruler's on the stitching, the previous line of stitching. Stop at the center. Also note that my foot is almost on the stitching there. I might even go one more stitch. One more. Can I do one? There we go. Okay. Same thing again. Lay your ruler on the previous stitching. So I'm going to have to go up one more stitch. Okay, here we go. Down to the line. I'm going to use my ruler to go down about 1/4 of an inch. And you can tell that about 1/4 of an inch is where your ruler foot starts to touch that line. Come up to your line. Try and do this so you can see it. Looks like I might, if I put the ruler right on the stitching, I might need to go up one more stitch. There we go. Keep going, and the book says just go till you like it. So keep going. So it's all yours. It pretty much doesn't matter as long as you do all 4 the same. And that doesn't even matter to me. Okay, let's come back down. And back up. Now see, it's kind of looking kind of cool. If I stopped right here, it would leave this hole. But I'll keep going just another couple more. What do you call these things? Chevrons. So it's you decide. One more. Okay, my thread's going to get tangled in there. Okay, there I'm going to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to do that right on the line. Take it off. And that's what it looks like. Now, just real quick, I'm going to give you a... sorry, my hand was in the way there. I'm going to give you an alternate choice, which I have done. Let me get my sample. Let me just show you some free motion quilting then. So on my sample here, this one I thought was fun. Instead of doing, so I changed it all up. Here I just filled it with some stuff, but I'm going to show you how to do this one right here. So that would be another option for you. Let's see, can you see that? Okay, let me get it so we can see it. Oh, there we go. Now I got it. So this design right here inside that arc. Okay, so what I want to do, let me make sure we can see this. Okay, what I need to do first is mark a line between these two points here, halfway through your diamond. Okay, so I have a line there. That's where I'm going to use my starts and stops. So let's take the foot, start it right here. And this is just an option. I want to give you some free motion options, but this is a really cool design to do. Lots of times you'll see this. Okay, now I want my foot to come up, and I want it to stop about a 1/2 inch out here. So if I put my ruler on the dot, on this line, that'll be 1/4 inch, right? If I move it in one slot there, that will be a 1/2 inch when when the foot comes down, and I'm going to stop on that marked line. Then I take it back down. Now I want my line to stop at the point, so I'm going to put my ruler about 1/4 inch away from this point here so that my foot will come down into the point. Stop and adjust if it doesn't look like it's gonna quite get there. Okay. Swing it around so you can see. Let's do the same thing now. So now I have a 1/2 inch in here. Let's do the same thing. Remember, put the ruler against the foot and then the first mark on the point. Stop at my line. And now I want this one to come down, and I want it to end up right here in the point. Threads, don't want them to get in the way. So I need to put the ruler 1/4 inch away from the point. Okay, now I'm going to do some a wishbone design. And see, the wishbone, tell you what, I'll come back and do that one in a minute. But you could also do this one more time, like 1/4 inch in to give it. Let's do that, just for fun. Now, if I want it to come in another 1/4 inch, I'll put the ruler right on the previously stitched line. Let's do that, because I think it always looks cool to do an echo. And then remember, 1/4 inch out. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. See how cool that looks? I got a double line. One line's good, double line's always better. And this one's just 1/4 inch. So the first one was a 1/2, the second one's 1/4. And then on my sample, I filled it in with some wishbones. I'll just do that real quick. And then I'll draw these wishbones out for you in a little bit. I missed the line a little bit. You notice I don't have my gloves on. That's my problem. It would go a lot nicer with those gloves. And now they're getting tiny, tiny. And I need to use my fingertips when they get a little bitty down here. And then I'm just going to stop that one. Okay. And there's my design. So the cool chevrons, and then I also gave you this option. I think in the book they don't have anything in our original project, anything in these alternating ones. Okay, so have fun.